We're Lisa and Jerry Land. We've been coming to Overcoming Faith Christian Center for 20 years, and it's changed our lives dramatically. In that 20 years, anyone who's known us that long can really tell. One of the best decisions we ever made was to enroll our children in St. Paul's Prep. It was an opportunity for us to make an investment in our children, something that would impact their lives going forward. We've never regretted that decision. Through boom years, through tough years, whatever we were going through in our personal lives financially, it was something that we always were committed to. And the reason is because we see the results. We've seen the results from a very early age. We now have a child that is about to graduate college, and she started out in St. Paul's in K4. And it's amazing to see their lives grow and the foundation that is being laid for them to be successful.
One of the things that we wanted to make sure we did when we put our children in a school was to make sure they were in a place that didn't contradict what they learned at church, what they learned at home, and it was very important to us to make sure that there was nothing that would confuse them. They're in a place where not only does everything that is being taught to them lines up with the Word of God, and at St. Paul's we've seen that they can excel academically, but they excel spiritually too. St. Paul's is an extension of Overcoming Faith Christian Center. It's a ministry. And the children are encouraged spiritually, they're encouraged academically, and the things that they learn when they leave this school, they can apply it to their lives.
As mother of teenage daughters, when I left high school, even though I was raised in a Christian home, the atmosphere I was in every day was not a Christian atmosphere at school. And people may say, it's not easy to keep your children in a private school. It's not easy to keep your children in a private Christian school at St. Paul's. It may not be the least expensive thing, or it will cost you something. But what's easy is to see that my children are pure. My children will leave the school undefiled. My children will be successful. What's easy is to see that they have self-confidence. They're not ashamed of who they are. They're not ashamed to be a young lady who loves God and loves Jesus, to have that confidence that your children are going to be successful. There's nothing that can compare to that, no matter what kind of year we had. Whether it was a very successful year, whether it was a tight year, our children never went without things. There is no better investment that you can make in your child's life than to, I would say, have them in a great church and having them in a great school. The payoff is way beyond anything that any investment you put in.
There are times when people that we haven't seen in a while will ask us about our children and ask us why our children are so well behaved. And I usually take all the credit for that, and then everybody knows immediately that that's not the case. Besides having a great wife that is consistent with them as far as discipline, we know that they got their foundation in their school at St. Paul's Prep.
We do have relatives that constantly will ask, why are your girls so great? I see the posts they have on Facebook and they're always so positive, or they just ask, how can I make sure my children are like that? And we just tell them, keep them in church, keep them in the same church, and put them in private Christian school. Because it doesn't matter. Kids are kids. They're going to want to do what they see. They're going to want to experience what is around them. And if you have them in the wrong atmosphere, they're going to want to experience the wrong things. And here at St. Paul's, it's obvious that The goal is to make sure that there's a protected environment so that they are not experiencing things they should not experience.
It's that spirit of excellence.
And it's obvious that Pastor does have a heart for children, because if he didn't, we wouldn't have the ball fields that we have, we wouldn't have all the activities for children that we have. It's just something that is very evident in the school, how excellently everything is done. And just, thank you, Pastor, for having a heart for children and for the next generation, because it makes a difference. When you make your children's lives, their education, a priority, God will bless you for it. God will bless you for it.